So,
Mentorship.
So you have flown all the way from America.
Nashville, Tennessee.
That's a long way. So what Muscle Nerds programs have you done so far?
I've done the foundations course. And I'm currently doing the program design, which I'm in my second leg through it. And then this weekend we're doing When It's Not About the Food.
So you've basically done everything. I've got to create more courses for you to go to.
You basically do.
And you decided, you're flying all this way, you might as well, let's do a one-day mentorship. We started at 9 o'clock this morning. It's now like 7:30, right?
Not done yet.
We're not done. We keep going until we need to stop. So what have you found so far? Have you had any like light bulb moments? Is all the pieces coming together and all that stuff?
Yeah, what I love about the courses is it's a lot of information, right? And you teach basically where you're opening up a fire hose and going, here, take everything, and you go home, you kind of sit with the information, and then what you have to do is then go, okay, I need to revisit a lot of stuff. So a lot of the mentorship has been sitting one-on-one with you, skipping the stuff I already understand, and going deeper into the stuff that I have blind spots in and I don't quite understand. And so there have been a lot of light bulb moments. And another good aspect is being able to bring some of my own clients in where I'm not understanding how to work with them or what to do because everything I've tried is not quite working, and you're able to fix it in an instant.
Yeah, and that's what's great, because like it's just like strength training. If you want to get your back squat up, and just squatting is going to work for a long time, but eventually you're going to have to start working on a weak point. So when you do the mentorship, it's all customized. Like, what do you want to learn? What do you feel weak in? Okay, let's go over your biochemistry, exercise metabolism. Let's go over your program design. And I loved it, because every time I would explain something deeper than we do in class, you're like, oh my God, this is happening to this client, and this client, and now I understand why, and now I know how to fix it.
Which is another really good thing too, right? So through coming all to these courses, I was a good coach beforehand, but now it's to the point where clients are seeing healing, they're seeing success, they're actually seeing the big 6, 8, 12 month transformation that's happening, right? They know it's a long process, which helps a lot, and it's even to the point where I put clients on a wait list, right? Like, I don't take on new clients right now because what I'm doing and what I've learned through you guys is working on a meso scale.
And the thing is, it's like, have you had to do any extra marketing or sales or anything like that? It's basically word of mouth. You do a really good fucking job, and then people will seek you out, right? And that's part of the problem with the industry right now, is people learning how to sell and market, but they're not good trainers.
They don't know science either.
That's it. And if they don't know the science, if they don't understand, then how are they going to do things in a logical, progressive manner, and then have the metrics to show their clients how they're getting better and how to talk to them and then how to program long-term and things like that, and keep client retention for a long, long time. So basically, when you started the programs, were you booked solid?
No.
Okay, and now you're on a waiting list.
Basically. You haven't taught me marketing and sales.
No reason to, really.
I don't really need to.
And that's the thing, like Nick Collar and some of the other guys that we've done, like they've been in the program for a year, Clayton Bilby, a lot of these guys, they're killing it. And all we did was teach them how the body really works. So they get fantastic results, and basically that's your marketing. The way I see it is, when I go to a store and I buy a suit off the rack, I don't have a normal body shape. It doesn't fit right. But if I go somewhere and I get a custom suit done, and you just look fucking amazing, and you look $1 million, you can't buy off the rack anymore. The first time you buy a $300 pair of jeans, you're not gonna go back and get fucking Levi's anymore. Even though I do, but if you want a really nice pair of pants that's gonna last a long time, you gotta spend the money and you gotta buy the quality, and now you're that quality, and if they try to leave, you know what happens? They're gonna come back. They're gonna come back to mama, because they're gonna see how everyone else has no fucking idea what they're talking about, and they're gonna miss the service, and they're gonna miss the results that they got with you because you know what you're doing.
Well, it's even too, I am a client of yours, right? Like, I work with Muscle Nerds, and so it's fun because now I'm basically set. You do my nutrition, you do my fitness, I'm good because I know results work.
And so when you started training with Muscle Nerds, how much were you eating?
I think I was around 2,200 calories.
Around 2,200 calories. How did you feel?
Like shit.
How were you performing?
Not good. I even stopped working out because I wasn't feeling good.
How was your fatigue levels?
I would crash throughout the day, sleep, I would wake up in the middle of the night. I was waking up at like 3:30, 4 a.m. a lot too.
And then, so when we first started, where do we put your calories?
34 to 37.
34 to 37.
3,700 calories. 3,700 calories was what I started eating.
And the
basically.
carbohydrates, 410 was it?
425.
425.
Rough. Yeah, it was 425.
Net carbs, not even counting the fiber and any of that stuff. That's net carbs.
You guys had me on net carbs.
And so,
I hit over 500 grams of carbs most days.
And in that amount of time, you had an increase of energy.
Yep.
You were sleeping better. You were able to perform better. Your work was getting better.
My brain started working again.
Did you gain a ton of weight?
Initially, no.
No. So we kept you on that. We pumped you up to around 38, 3,900 with high carbs and all that.
Yep.
And then when we were ready, when we felt like you were ready for it, we dropped some of that, added some metabolic work, and you dropped what, 10 pounds in the last?
10 pounds in less than 2 months.
Less than 2 months. How about that? 10 pounds of fat in 2 months. How about that? And that's the thing. It's like understanding how the body works. You can predict what's going to happen and where it's going to be. And now you were telling me like you love training with Shane. Like you're like, man, Shane has made my ass look so good, and you keep walking by the mirror and looking at your ass. But that's the thing, you know. It's not just about, what people need to understand about training, it's not just about the sets and the reps, it's about making people feel better about themselves and giving them more energy and better sleep and improving the quality of their life. When you get above and beyond these 12-week, 8-week transformations and you think long-term, we're thinking long-term sustainable progress and making somebody feel awesome in their own skin and making them love their body and love their life again.
And doing it sustainably too.
Yeah. So
right? Like knowing how to sit comfortably and travel to Australia for 3 weeks.
Yeah. No, so we're talking about what we're gonna eat later, and we're like, oh, maybe we should get burgers. Like you're totally not stressed, and there's no guilt or shame surrounding that. It's like, you know that if you eat that burger, your metabolism is cranking so high, it's not really gonna make a big difference. When you train with us, you get to that point where, you know, we'd love to have you for a long-term client. I hope we do, but you have the confidence that if you want to go and do your own thing for a while, you're educated now enough to know what to do without falling off the wagon.
I think the best part too is the lifestyle incorporation that Muscle Nerds does, right? Like I hit a huge life crisis-ish going on, and Shane just hopped on the phone. He's like, let's FaceTime, let's talk through it. Like work on your own stuff, but he gave me tools to keep digging a little bit deeper.
So even if you are a beginner trainer and you have no idea what the fuck you're doing, that's okay. We'll teach you what you need to know without teaching stuff you don't need to know. We get a good idea of where your level is, and we teach at that level, and the goal is over time to get you more and more at the level. Now, if you've been to the foundation course, if you've done the program design course, then when you come, we can talk on a really high level, and like what we did with you in the foundations course, in the program design, we talk about big broad concepts. Today we dialed in some detail, which brings clarification, everything, and immediately you're like, I know exactly what I'm gonna do. You know, tomorrow I'm gonna program this way, and I'm gonna change a few things with my clients and move some things around.
I think another key thing to talk about too is the most important aspect of bringing nutrition and fitness together.
Yeah.
And making sure they're matching. So a lot of problems we see too, and that I see, is people who do my nutrition, but they do programming fitness-wise with other people, and you're like, I can't match this because I don't actually know what you're doing, or hey, like that's actually not beneficial for you.
Or what, you get somebody who's writing nutrition that doesn't understand training, so they don't know how to analyze the training and appropriate the actual volume and intensity and the frequency and all that. But then you also have guys who they're programming, but they don't know, and most trainers don't know anything about nutrition. So they write a program, but they don't know how to match up some type of eating protocol. And then you typically see them appeal to extremes where they go on extremely low calorie diets. They remove entire food groups, whether that's carbohydrates or fat or whatever, because all they have is a hammer, and if you only have a hammer, then everything looks like nails. So they go to what they think is the best thing to do, which is starve someone and just pump them with more volume. But that's not really the right way to do it if you want it to be sustainable long term.